May, and we're off to Death Valley with the Clampers and my buddy Turbo Dave, who's got a wonderful little kitty cat. Matter of fact, he's got a house full of cats. You ought to see it. This one loved my pants for some reason. Just wanted to nestle in there and make it at home. I got a pussy in my pants. Hey, that didn't sound right. Oh, Michael, forget that. Busting up, forget it. The Clampers were an interesting group of guys. Here's old David's garage. Yeah, he likes motorbikes too. He's a good, fun guy. Sometimes he has trouble reaching his Harley Davidson boots though. Yep, I did say Harley Davidson. I got proof. We met up at one of his favorite old watering holes from back in the day, I think, the Red Fox. No, not that Red Fox, the comedian. It's a pretty eclectic group of guys, and old Dave was on hand to hand out t-shirts and be our fearless leader. And he did a good job keeping the stragglers and the Harleys and the other bikes in shape and in line. One poor guy was riding a Sporty. He went all the way from Rancho Cucamonga area up to Death Valley with us. But he did get tired. He was a pretty pounded pup by the time he finally arrived. The Clampers are an interesting group of guys. They like all things historical about gold and valley and Central California Valley type of stuff. That fellow in the truck behind me had my two-way radio, and he was like Mr. Knowledgeable. He was a history professor, as a matter of fact. He would go ahead and tell me all the cool stuff of what we were seeing, when the railroad tracks were run, what kind of train that was, what kind of cargo he was carrying, when the monuments were erected, why this area, the land was significant during the development of California history and whatnot. Here we are, I believe, at California City. It's a major off-road area, but even at that, a lot of it's being shut down. Although there still is quite a bit of riding out there. Most has been shut down due to that little turtle guy right there, the tortoise. Like I say, the Clampers are a really eclectic group of people. See what I mean? I gotta spend more time in California City. Just found out they actually have a motocross track out there. Following California City, we went to Randsburg, which is an off-road mecca. Fun little old ghost town, mining town type of place where most of the buildings are still authentic and the people are kind of independent as they can be in California. I like that shot of Dave with his little shanty on. Saloon, dirt bikes everywhere up and down the road. You can basically access Randsburg from the dirt roads from all over, which makes it really kind of fun. And there's your sign, once again, let you know exactly where you are. Not. Because you're at your home watching this instead of out riding. You're probably bundled up for the winter time, and we're just getting ready for some really, really nice weather. But you know, hey, that's our joy and your sadness. Riders are riders. That's the one thing I found from this trip. And guys just got to go pee, you know. Randsburg. We need to get back there and spend more time. The city, Hatch Cow, where you end up if you had too much at that saloon. After that, we're off to Death Valley. We're going to go play in the fun and the games. I wonder how this is working with the music in the background. Yep, a lot of Death Valley out there. It's a good place. Going back there soon in January for a ride. And even in the Valley of Darkness, you have flowers. Kind of cool. There's my buddy MCML, Joseph. Hey, Joe. Yep. And now you just get to listen to me as the music dies. Searles Valley. What a lonely, desolate place that is, but it's got the cleanest restroom in the whole wide world, and believe it or not, it's kind of a fun thing. Clouds in Death Valley. I don't know, hardly ever rains. Of course, we're not quite to Death Valley yet. We're just getting into the park at this point in time. The whole gaggle of us. One guy on a Harley sidecar. I think he was a Vietnam vet that had some issue with his legs, and he's getting tighter and tighter as the road and the ride went on. Looking forward to getting out of town and going back to Panamint City again too. Nice area. Good group of guys. There's a history professor with a cigar and the dog. The dog was a little twitchy, but he's alright. God love the vistas and the views of Death Valley, like any other place on the face of the earth. I believe that was Mount Whitney in the background. Just more and more and more of Death Valley. We stayed for 2 days. Here's one clapped out bike. This guy was obviously from overseas. Check this old thing out. I think it's like an old Virago or something, but look at it, man. It's just clapped out. Look at the seat. Helmet. he was riding, you know. He was doing it on a budget, and he's making it happen. He's going to have stories to tell when he gets back to his hometown. Unlike us with our spiffed out motorbikes that are fully prepared with GPS and sounds and tunes and heat and everything else, because, yeah, Death Valley can be kind of cool in the wintertime. There's my buddy, MCML. He paid for the rooms. Woohoo! He's a good buddy. We were out there riding around looking at all the various sights, and I got this idea that we should go out again after it got dark so we could watch the full sunrise, full moonrise come up over. So after we got done riding all over the valley, and I took too long to get back to the hotel to enjoy ourselves and get refreshed up before going out again, because we've been on the bikes all day in the heat of the day. And boy, we did a little bit of Artist Canyon or Artist Valley, Palette View, something like that. It's an area where the rocks are all nice and pretty and everything. Joseph found an Easter egg. We just were really enjoying the whole day. You gotta go. If you've never been to Death Valley, you just gotta go. Something you haven't seen before. We even took a tour. We did Death Valley Castle, Scotty's Castle again. Yeah, I know. I cut this picture in from the other trip. This is the Ubi crater. I'm probably saying that wrong. Ubi-Hibi? Ubi-Hibi-Jibi? Ubi-Hibi. There we go. Thanks for the photo, Don. 2 FJRs overlooking the crater. What a good ride. I needed that ride. I remember that point in time I was getting pretty fed up with work, lots of things going on, and I put everything again straight for me. Got everything dialed in nice. So here we are up on the ridge at nighttime waiting for, the big moonrise. And we kept saying sunset, and then we saw some lights off over to the east that we thought would be the moon, but it never really appeared. And we kept waiting and waiting and waiting. We're talking to some fellow out of, I think it was Germany? East Germany, yeah. And he and his wife were up there smoking doobs and having a good time, and the kids were in the RV, the rented RV, and well, long and short of the story is that it got to the point that the lights we were seeing were from Las Vegas. So the next day, that was a bust. We're leaving out, and it was just a gorgeous morning. You can't see anything better than Death Valley first light. Old Michael. Old early up, first thing in the morning at the crack of dawn, Michael, and going out for a ride in Death Valley. Of course, he wasn't there with us on the ride. And I haven't ridden with old Michael yet because he gives everyone on the forum about all of, 3.5 to 4 minutes that he's going on an epic journey, and I think he just likes to ride solo. But that's okay, I understand, so do I. That's why I have my best buddy with me at all times. There he is again.